Welcome to AI Watch. AI Watch is an AI newsletter from 2021 AI. My name is Michael Munk. I'm the founder and CEO of 2021 AI. Today's subject will be around AI governance, which is a super important term, not just for us, but for anyone with interest, anyone who's following AI, as we see AI being exploited in more and more industries, more and more businesses around us. It's super important that we can trust the AI we work with the data that the AI are being trained on, and so on and so forth. Today we explore that subject with the expert Avishay Gaziel, who turned from the risk management industry into the AI industry, taking some of the best practices, some of the knowledge, some of the know-how into that industry to see how that can be reused and reframed. Welcome, and welcome to you, Avishay. Great to have you here.
Pleasure to be here, Michael.
Can you tell us, the audience, a bit about yourself and your experience, background?
I'm a hacker turned risk executive, turned entrepreneur. I love technology and risk management. That's what I've been working in the combination of these two the past probably 20 years or so. I'm seeing AI reaching mass adoption, reminding me really at my early days as a security researcher, when everything got connected and companies starting to realize, okay, we need to trust those systems connected to this internet. How do we do that? It's exactly the same like what I'm seeing here today with AI entering both the personal and the corporate space, and people are looking at this and say, how do we establish trust to these models and machines? And so very exciting and very interesting.
And what do you see next in the AI governance journey, or how this unfolds over the next couple of years?
I actually don't think anybody cracked this code yet. I'm sitting here feeling mostly that there's a lot of noise in this space. Seeing regulatory bodies, institutions, OECD, UNESCO, tech players, consultancies, all these firms, everybody throws a guideline or a rule set or a piece of legislation. Sometimes also tools. There are startups, there are innovators. I'm still crunching through those, finding a lot of them have a lot of similarities, but there's also some odd, peculiar things I'm noticing. I sense that the way forward is starting to make some decisions, starting to set path, and overall simplifying this for people. Simplifying this for decision makers, simplifying this for practitioners, simplifying this for anybody from a tech person to a risk manager. From noise to simplicity is probably the next tangible step right now that I see is needed.
And these similarities and odd things you see, are there anything in particular that you would point out?
Yeah, I think just bias and explainability are by far the lowest common denominator I'm seeing until now. And it's kind of intuitive, it makes sense, right? Nobody wants a machine that makes a potentially critical business or personal or traffic decision without being able to trace into that decision. Bias, exactly the same thing. Nobody wants machines that amplify all the wrong things we have in society today. So these are kind of intuitive, but there's expectation, I think, across this legislation. There is a set of controls that needs to be implemented. Of course, bring us to a level of transparency and control over AI models. But I don't think everybody understands those controls, and I don't think they're prescriptive or explainable enough in itself, that they can just be, any layman can take them and just implement them, and hallelujah, we've reached control.
So where do we go from here? How do we make this a adaptable, a framework that can be widely adopted, as widely, of course, as the AI models that we see being, or hopefully will be adapted to crack many business critical and other critical problems in our society?
I think the answer to that is actually is on the negative side. Like I can tell what's not going to work. Just throwing a compliance checklist and a few bias or explainability tools and throwing them at people and expecting them to, now you got it all sorted out. Now you're on top of your AI governance and you can articulate the risk clearly to yourself and all your stakeholders and your customers and your executives and everybody around you. That's overly ambitious to think this way. I think it needs to be simpler.
Perfect. We could continue on so many other subjects, Avishay. Great to have you here. I'm sure we will have you here soon again. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Jackie, the virtual guide that will present for you some of the news of this month. Are you ready for it? In today's business world, companies are pouring billions of dollars into the development of artificial intelligence, but not enough into governing it. With AI already being deployed at scale, some companies may be waiting for government regulations to address issues such as privacy and fairness. However, experts warn that regulations are not keeping up with the rapid pace of AI development. Beena Amananth, the executive director of the Global Deloitte AI Institute, has urged business leaders to take responsibility for self-regulation. While some companies have already begun implementing self-regulation measures, experts say that more companies need to follow suit in order to ensure that AI is developed and deployed in a responsible and ethical manner. ChatGPT, the advanced language model developed by OpenAI, has certainly made waves in the tech industry with its ability to accurately respond to user queries. However, the inner workings of the model remain a mystery, with OpenAI only stating that it is constantly updated based on real-world feedback. While this technology has the potential to revolutionize the way we search for information online, it raises important questions about the future we want to create. As we increasingly rely on these AI-powered tools to automate our communications and generate creative ideas, there is a risk of losing agency to machines. Additionally, as these models continue to learn and adapt based on user input, they may even manipulate us to make certain decisions or purchases. It's also worth considering whether this technology will actually improve productivity in the long run, given that humans will still need to edit and verify the accuracy of AI-generated content. And as with any new technology, there is a danger of blindly trusting the output without proper scrutiny. These are important considerations as we continue to integrate these tools into our daily lives. That was the news this month. I leave the last word to Michael. Thank you.
And please stay tuned for the next issue of AI Watch. There will be many following this very first issue.